Dr. Adam Johnson is driven by his unconditional love for his mother.
The first word would be gratefulness. I really didn't understand how sick my mom was until I was in medical school, until I was in residency.
Marilyn Johnson found out she had breast cancer 3 days after Christmas in 1988.
So after she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, the following day, my dad wrote her a letter stating that God told him that he was going to have a son named Adam.
After enduring chemotherapy and radiation treatments and the end of her menstrual cycle, 2 years later, Marilyn was surprised to find out she was pregnant.
And I think due to that letter, due to that seed of hope being placed, that's what really, fostered and supported her own decisions on carrying on with the pregnancy.
I just believed in my heart that God was going to take care of me and the baby, and I still believe it.
This is Marilyn holding Adam, who was born on June 28, 1991, featured on a Philadelphia TV show talking about her precious son.
This is my miracle baby.
Why do you consider your son a miracle baby?
Well, I never thought I'd be able to have any children after I had the chemo and the radiation, but he's there.
That video is not difficult for me to watch. If I'm having a bad day, I will typically watch the video because it's a reminder that I am here for a purpose and with a purpose.
That purpose, to honor his mother in his life-saving work here at Allegheny General Hospital. Dr. Johnson is a breast surgical oncology fellow. His career helping women, fueled by the love and encouragement she poured into him.
I know my mom saw gifts in me that I didn't recognize in myself, so what she did was she was continuing to nurture those gifts. She was really feeding that potential.
Marilyn Johnson's breast cancer recurred and she died after a long battle from complications in 2011. Not long enough to see her son become a doctor. 12 years after her death, Dr. Johnson tells me his mother is beside him at every appointment as he meets with his patients facing breast cancer.
Sometimes I'm trying to hold back tears. Other times I'm laughing. Other times I'm just, super excited because the patient's excited to see me, or the patient is excited just with the interactions that we are having. Becoming a breast surgical oncologist is my way of honoring my mom and my way of spending time with her as well. This is what I want people to remember about me.
Another way he does that, through journaling, something Marilyn, an English teacher, did herself. And Adam started 2 years before she died.
So for me, the continuation of journaling, getting into that, is my way of remembering my mom, was my way of spending time with my mom. It was also a way for me to process, I didn't really understand what was happening.
Filling more than a dozen journals with his innermost thoughts on love and loss and pain and joy, everything he's feeling was and is another gift from his mom.
I have a hard time crying, so I put my tears on the page. And there's been some very beautiful things that have been written through processing my grief through journaling.
As he continues his fellowship in Pittsburgh, joining women on their journey battling breast cancer, Dr. Johnson will always have his mother with him and with them as partners in healing.
I'm aware that I am a manifestation of hope. I'm aware that I am a miracle on display. I'm aware that I am a prophecy fulfilled, fulfilling a prophecy. And I was not supposed to exist, but because I do exist, I choose to use my existence for good and for greatness.
For greatness. As a medical student at Boston University, Dr. Johnson created a summer med school exposure boot camp for high school students from all kinds of different ethnic backgrounds. His thought, he told me, you cannot be what you cannot see. Well, we certainly see Dr. Johnson, who told me that he wanted to thank the entire AHN Breast Fellowship program. He says he feels respected and valued there.